No surprise eventually to see some organisation from UAE, but I guess there's the awkward moment, Steve, of who sacrifices themselves for who first.
It's a pretty big gap because the first part of this climb is pretty fast, as you can see. I think it's 3.5k. It starts to get steeper ramps, but it's a pretty big gap, 35 seconds.
You can tell there's a bit of hesitation as well because this group is a bit bigger than when we last saw it.
Yeah.
So it's Sivakov, by the way, the Frenchman, who's at the front doing the riding. Sat on his wheel is Almeida, and the defending champion McNulty sits further back in the group. They're the three riders from UAE Team Emirates. Steve Cummings was just telling you, over half a minute, and as I finish the sentence, it's climbed to 37 seconds. Bilbao at the front, in the middle, Romeo, and at the back here, Foss. And this is where the organisers are marking their official start of the climb, because they'll turn off the main road, up the steeper road, onto the narrower road, all the way to the town at Benifato.
Yeah, here we go.
So 36 seconds. Yes, there are steep gradients, but it's a big ask for those behind here.
Yeah, good riders in front, very good riders, very strong, so they'll have to go a bit.
Well, you were telling the viewers on our digital platforms whilst the TV was away that this is like a ramp test, and barring this short section here, it just goes up and up and up and gets steeper and steeper all the way to the finish.
Yeah.
The gap's getting steeper for those behind as well, going up to 37. Here they go. Sivakov leading them on. Time for the Frenchman to bury himself if he wants to give his teammates a chance. 4 kilometres at 9.6%. Sivakov moves to the right as we look at it. And here we go. He does that because it's counter-attack time. They never look happy at any point, did they, UAE, really just pulling it for everybody else to follow them. We've seen them throw riders off the front, and McNulty, the defending champion, Steve's the latest to do that, but he's got an anchor in the shape of Santiago Buitrago with him.
Yeah, it almost seems like this move from Foss, like, I don't know, 10k ago or whatever it was, has just caught everyone by surprise, and it's forced, a lot of tactical kind of indecision, and yeah, caught people by surprise. Gap's reducing now, but let's see.
Alex Vlasov sits in third wheel. I have to say, what a ride from Dan Horler. He's there helping out. And he's back to try and help Matthias Vacek, who follows. If this goes to the finish with this gap, by the way, Vacek would keep the jersey.
Yeah, he's just got to hang in there now, hasn't he, and pace himself.
This is where it starts to get even harder. Not quite at the goat track stage, the Cuesta de Cabras they often talk about in Spain, but it's a halfway house to it.
Are you going to pick the winner, Rob? Normally you've done it by now, haven't you?
You won't be getting me picking from this lot. You're the expert, mate. It's a hard pick, isn't it? And that gap's coming down. You can see that McNulty, his movement is good. Hall has just disappeared again, but crucially, Vacek hangs on, and it's down to 22 seconds. Such an exciting day on stage 2. Foss starting to be distanced here, Steve.
Yeah, he's been away, hasn't he, a long time. He did before that unclassified climb. He did, I don't know, an extra couple of minutes of threshold that nobody else has done. So obviously he's paying for that effort now. But tactically, the moves had the effect I suspect the team wanted.
Pello Bilbao looking around, surveying the damage, seeing what's coming. He's got Romeo on his wheel. How long can the man from Movistar stay there? Ended the season in such fine form at the Worlds, didn't he, Ivan Romeo?
He looks good, doesn't he? Big fella. My God.
For a big guy. He's only 21 as well. We're not quite sure what he's going to be, what kind of rider he's going to be.
Good one.
The world under-23 time trial champion. Vlasov just struggling at the back after his little move. It's Hindley who's towards the front now. Sivakov starting to be distanced as well. And that's Piganzoli with the green sleeves there, fighting with the bike, trying to hang on. McNulty's tempo's too much for them. Almeida still in the group, and crucially Vacek. Whatever happens from here on in, hat off to him. It has been a spirited, brilliant defence, and he might just hang on to the jersey.
Yeah, he's looking good. He's looking good.
And if he does hang on today, there will be the inevitable questions as to whether he can win the race overall.
Tomorrow I envisage a similar scenario to this, really, but just to go on for longer. And the climb, I think, I'm just going to check now, but 21k to go. They've got a kind of rolling terrain, but they've got a hard climb up to that point. So again, it could be a situation like this with a lot of attacking and combinations and finding the right combinations, and leaders getting isolated, and yeah, very tactical race.
10 seconds to Foss at the moment, 23 to the group led by Almeida. McNulty sitting in the centre now. Those two really trying to shake things up. It's been not particularly clear tactic from UAE. We've had different riders riding at different times, but it might work yet. They're certainly getting Foss back. And as Foss comes back, Arensman and Rodriguez are there as well. And Foss is going to give whatever he can to the cause here. Super ride from him today.
Yeah.
.21 seconds, 2.3 Ks to go, but this is where the pain really starts. Up to double digits, and it does not move from there.
Yeah, this is the hardest part, now coming up.
Foss is hammering it. If they're to get something from this, Tobias Foss is going to be man of the match. Down to 19 seconds. That is Foss done. Well played, that man. Ridley just having to pull out off to the right as we saw it there, and able to hack the pace. The Giro d'Italia winner from a couple of years ago. He's a Giro d'Italia stage winner and top 10 finisher. Pello Bilbao is up there pedalling away at the front, but they can almost see them now.
Yeah. They need about 8 seconds, okay? What do you reckon?
I'm going to go with your call on that. I would not like to call this. There's far too much jeopardy here.
I'm going to say Pello Bilbao.
Bahrain Victorious. Will they be victorious? Bilbao's been riding at the front. Romeo's been hanging on at his wheel. And Bahrain do take the lead, just as we said that Romeo was hanging on. The gradient's doing for him as well. He'd be looking for his first win at senior level, by the way. Under 23 time trial world champion. Bahrain looking for their first win as a team since the start of this season. Almeida here. Lenny Martinez looks like he's been distanced at the back now. Buitrago's still here. And guess who else is still here? In the yellow jersey and looking fine. It's Vacek, the leader.
Like the yellow jersey giving wings, like he said at the start in his interview.
I thought he was giving us the wrong corporate spiel from the other team, but he must have meant it. Now he's distanced, though. Yeah. Now there's a gap. And there strikes the commentator's curse, Steve.
Blame you, Rob.
Let's not let him hear it, eh? I think the way it's playing out on the road, he might be blaming Almeida because he is blowing this up. 13 seconds. Bilbao's distant Romeo, but they're all coming for him. Pello Bilbao looking to get back to winning ways. He didn't enjoy 2024. He's promised to bounce back this year, and he's trying to do just that. He's dropped Romeo, his compatriot, but Almeida from the other side of the Iberian Peninsula is trying to catch him. Now they're onto the goat track pot. It's horrible just to look at this. Beautiful Sierra Itana in the background. This is pain. This is horrible. Hell for the riders on the road. Still not quite at the Flamme Rouge yet. Almeida now gets to Romeo. Movistar well placed though.
Yeah.
Buitrago, another Castrillo had been in there. And that's Arensman who's trying to follow in the background, by the way. Looks like he has Sosa for company.
9 seconds, if that's correct. 10.
He's just got a pedal. He can't think about the numbers.
It still looks good. Still looks good.
The 1 kilometre to go kart is just up ahead. By the way, the rider who is there now is Jefferson Cepeda for Movistar. Castrillo had been hanging on. But this is Jefferson Cepeda, recently crowned the Ecuadorian time trial champion. First win of the year for Movistar came down under, number 2 in South America. Is this going to be their first European success? They've got to catch Bilbao first, who's now under 1,000 metres to the line. But that line is uphill and rather steeply so. Tension just continues to build.
Almeida's on the radio there, he's having a chat.
Well, if he's talking, is he going hard enough?
I don't know. I think he's worried about Buitrago in the wheel. But what can you do?
That's Sosa who's busting to try and get across there.
Buitrago's gone.
Plenty of support for Bilbao. Arensman is still the most advanced there for Ineos Grenadiers. Turning into a good debut for Ivan Sosa in Ken Farmer colours.
Oh,
yeah. Out of the GC. 3:35 down at the start of the day, given their poor team time trial yesterday. Now then, move. There's a move from behind.
Is it Cepeda?
And it's Buitrago. Buitrago making that move from Bahrain. In control, not on one but 2 fronts here. Bilbao, Buitrago. Can they deliver? Well, Buitrago second by just 14 seconds last year. He's now taken the lead. Arensman starting to struggle. Everyone's fighting on this horrific gradient. 430 metres now to go to the top. We'll have to keep our eye and watch the clock as that set comes to the line. .500 metres for these guys. Some fans mistaking Arensman for Rodriguez there. Arensman, Dutchman. Looking up at Sosa, the Colombian. I was going to say they're in 1s and 2s, but no, it's firmly 1s, isn't it? Every rider for themselves here.
1 by 1.
But Santiago Buitrago, this is the year he's going to take on the Tour de France. And it looks as though his build-up has started brilliantly. Bahrain looking for a 1-2. They started the day, by the way, at 1:12, these 2 riders from the yellow jersey, Matej Vacek. But with Bilbao attacking, Buitrago going for it, and he's going to bury himself to the line. They've had to wait a few weeks longer than other teams, but Bahrain are victorious. It's number 1 of the season, and it's Santiago Buitrago who brings it. He wins stage 2, and we will wait to see the damage in the general classification. It's not just a Bahrain win, it's a 1-2. Bilbao second, 3rd place there going to Joao Almeida of UAE.